what now is life asking of you? How are you to show up today in this changed environment, you see? So, the stages of life, and Shakespeare wrote about the 7 stages of life. I think Erickson had 8 stages. And again, underneath this, these things happen, right? And often one doesn't realize it. One reads about it somehow. It's sort of like when you're young. Yes, I understand I'm mortal, but, that happens to people out there. It's not part of my DNA, you see. Well, it is. And sooner or later, life is going to unfold, unless it's cut off in some way. And I remember reading when I was in graduate school a saying in ancient Greece that I saw in several different environments. And it said, best of all is not to have been born. Second best is to have died young. And I thought, gee, how awful that is, right? Well, I think I've understood why they were saying that. If you're born into the vale of tears, so to speak, you're born into suffering. You're born into mortality. You're born into loss and so forth. If you're going to live, you're going to go through some of those. If you live long enough, you'll go through the loss of people you love and care about. You may outlive your children, as I've had an experience. And sooner or later, life will take you to these difficult places. And what are you going to do then? Who are you then, and how are you going to address that? And that's where the issue of integrity came in. And I think Erickson was right on that. To be a person of integrity means to integrate something, to pull back one's stuff and sense this is who I am and this is where I stand vis-a-vis this dilemma. That's why I said the practical question is, how now am I to live my life in the face of this situation?